Good afternoon, guys. It's a good evening, actually. Good evening, guys. It's Dr. Hassan's clinic, and today's subject we're talking about motivational speaking. Now, I have an excellent lady called Miss Lily. Lily is a motivational speaker. She's an author, and she can help you make wealth out of doing public speaking. Yeah. Fantastic, Lily. Thank you very much for coming down. I know it took us quite a while to bring you over, but I'm really happy, and I'm really happy that I can tell my audience that I brought Lily down, who helps everyone become a motivational speaker. But Lily, before we get started, I just wanted to ask you: would you like to say two things to the audience about yourself and what you do?
Yes, so I'm an author and I've recently started speaking internationally, and I can help you to increase your wealth as a speaker or coach. And if you have your own business and if you're considering the fact that you need more sales, then you can contact me.
Fantastic. Well, Lily, thank you very much again for coming down. My first question is quite easy. I'm not going to throw the whole ball at you. I just wanted to ask, what made you get into your industry?
It's a very good question. Many years ago, I came to London, and I really struggled because I was working as a nanny, and it was very hard for me to get into an office job, just simply because I think people didn't believe that I could do anything better, until I wrote a book. And even if it was the wrong book, it was called Meet the Nanny. And of course, who wants to read that kind of book? Nobody, right? I only sold 20 copies to my friends and family, right? Even my mother. I mean, who wants their mother to read their book? And but even though it was the wrong book, it still did something great for me, which was it helped me to find a good job. And it was this particular good job that enabled me to start managing several businesses. And thanks to it, I'm a property owner, and I have become an international speaker, and now I can help you to increase your wealth as a speaker or coach.
Wow, fantastic. And Lily, I ask a lot of people this question. Did you have to go into education, university or college to really become this great at what you're doing and become one of the highest female international speakers out there?
So I do have a degree. I'm in French and English, and I also have postgraduate diploma in HR, as it happens. But I do think, on second thought, after having all these years of experience, I do think it's really important to get the right experience. I think that is more important than having a degree.
Wow.
What is really important is getting the right experience and starting work early and setting up your own business. But it's really important to get the right coaching. So for example, I think it would be a really good idea to get coaching from Hassan, because he's not only young and full of energy, you're not only young and full of energy, but you have a lot of experience, and age is just a number. If you have the experience and you know how to do something and you can expand someone's business, then I do think that it's worth people's while to take coaching from you, because you're a perfect example of someone who has managed to succeed even from a very young age. You're inspiration to many people, and I admire your work greatly.
That means a lot. You actually touched me. Thank you very much, Lily. All right, just outside the box, we're going to be thinking about right now. What activities or subjects did you do outside of your normal workplace that you used to work? For example, from a nanny, you became an international speaker. But when you was a nanny, what work were you doing outside to show all these guys that not only if you're in education, you can do stuff outside to really take you ahead? What were you doing? What stuff did you really do?
Now, the really critical thing that made the biggest difference was only one thing, and that was audiobooks and learning and education. So while I was working as a nanny, what I was doing, I was always listening to audio tapes of Brian Tracy's success stories, and I started following some really successful people, and I started going to many of their courses. And you'll find that in Facebook, if you start liking certain pages with marketing, with courses, with success, then you will end up going to a lot of these multimillionaires courses for free. And of course, they always try to upsell you something, but it's really critical that you do this, because then you can learn from people who have already made it, from people who are already successful. And then you can model what they're doing and then utilize what they're doing so that you can be successful, because success is duplicatable. So as long as someone else has done it, if they can show you exactly how to do it, you can do it too.
Fantastic. Well, Lily, I've got 2 more questions for you. In the next 5 years, where do you see yourself and what transition do you want?
I think in the next 5 years, I see myself, I would say in the first, my goal for this year is to make £50,000 a month in passive income. And then in the next years, to expand that even more, maybe 100,000 a year on the second year, and then just keep going up and up net, so that I can afford to live a lifestyle where, you know, I can just literally be at the beach and do whatever it is that I want, and also to be able to contribute to people like you.
Fantastic. Well, Lily, last question. You really know how passionate I am about the 16 to 25-year-old target, or us millennials, as we say. And I just want to give you 30 seconds of your time. What message would you give to a 16-year-old you, or a 16-year-old at home right now that wants to become a motivational speaker or a wealth or book writer? What message would you tell them right now?
Now, I remember myself at 16 or 25 even, and I remember how much lack of belief I had in myself and how much damage that did to my potential. And I've always been really amazing as a person in the same way that you are, because it doesn't matter who you are and where you are. What matters is that you have amazing potential. And if only you can see it, if only you can open your eyes to it, and if only you can take the right coaching. You can take the right coaching from Hassan, who is a very inspirational person. He has the energy, he has the enthusiasm, and he knows exactly what he's talking about. So if you can follow him and follow him exactly in his footsteps, so that you too can become successful and follow other successful people, then you will become successful in no time, and even faster than us.
100%, I can absolutely agree with that. Well, guys, that is Dr. Hassan's clinic for you, and today's subject was becoming a motivational speaker. Lily, I really appreciate you coming down all this way to have this meeting with us. Thank you again for the audience for viewing in, and don't forget to subscribe, like, or share, and support the movement, guys. We're doing something greater than ourselves today. Big 2018. Take care, Hassan. Thank you very much.